Hello, guys. Guess what? It's not good morning. It's good evening, which is rare for Coffee Talk. There's probably only 3 or 4 that we've done at night. I'm very excited for the Coffee Talk topic for today. It's around verbalizing and visualizing what you want so that you can actually get it. But before that, coffee, because it's 5:30 at night, is decaf. I don't often do decaf, but I have a little Nespresso machine. And so I keep both pods in there because I feel like if I was going to have decaf coffee, I'm not brewing a whole pot. That doesn't even make any sense. But if I want to have like something that tastes like coffee, but isn't going to keep me up, then I'm going to go with like a tiny little Nespresso decaf pod. And so super yum. Nespresso machine's like one of the like almost like frivolous things. I feel like doesn't make a lot of sense, but it's so worth it when you want something. Like you want an espresso and it's like right there and you just put the pod in. It makes me so happy. So anyways, I'm excited to do Coffee Talk at night. I never do, but I'm excited to tell you about some of the conversations I had today. So you heard me talk all last week about our scholarship program. And so we actually gave away our full scholarship winner. We announced it yesterday and we were able to do 30 partial scholarships. So we had over about 150 applications. And so we gave one full scholarship and we're doing 30 partial scholarships. And so today I was having conversations with people who are doing the partial scholarship. And it was interesting because I ask everybody, because I always want to know, like, what is it that you want to achieve? And everybody, people put that in their scholarship application, but I want to get crystal clear. And so I ask people, and I asked the people I was talking to on the phone today, like, where do you want to be a year from now? Tell me what it looks like. Take me there. Explain it to me. And it's so funny because, and I do this too, and so there's no judgment, but we often default to things like, well, I want to be more consistent, or I want to have more energy, or I want to be healthier, or I want to fit in my clothes better. I want to lose weight. Say something like that. And all of those things are kind of true. I think they're true. They're definitely things that we say that we want, but they're not actually helpful in helping us get there. And that's why I wanted to talk about this tonight on Coffee Talk, because one of my jobs is when I'm having these conversations is to get crystal clear around what you're talking about. So that way, like as you move forward in the program, we are able to guide you to the place you want to be. And you want to visualize, not just like I'm healthier, my clothes fit better, but you actually want to have a crystal clear vision of what that looks like. What does that actually feel like in your life? So you say, so here's an example. So you say you want to have more energy. What does that mean? Like, where do you not have energy right now? Where are you feeling not energized? And when you can identify that, and you could say, well, when I wake up in the morning, I don't feel rested. I don't have any like enthusiasm for my day. And I go to work and I'm irritable with people and I'm annoyed. I don't have energy to deal with it. And then I get home and the kids need me and I'm trying to juggle all the things and I don't have energy. I don't have energy to deal with it. So now when we say, I want a year from now or 6 months from now or whatever, I want to have energy. What we're saying is we want to be rested. We want to wake up and feel like we've got pep in our step. We want to have the capacity to like deal with people and have patience at work. We want to still have gas in the tank when we need to show up for our families. We want that whole picture. And now we're clear on what it's actually going to feel like and why it matters. So then the big question is like, well, why does it matter if you have more energy? Who cares? Who cares if you have more energy? Well, when you say it like that, when you've not just said, I want more energy, but you've visualized exactly how more energy plays out in your day, well, now you know why it matters. Now you know that you're not old enough to feel like you can't get out of bed. You don't want to feel like that. You want to feel like you've rested and that you're ready to rock your day. So it bothers you that you're feeling older and you're feeling like your body is having wear and tear. And so you don't want to feel like that. That's why it matters. So when you wake up in the morning, you're pumped and you're ready to rock. And you want to show up as your best self at work and you're not because you're tired and you're annoyed with people. And so not having energy there because you constantly feel drained means that you're not really living out your professional potential. You could do more and you're not. And maybe you feel like you're just not showing up for your kids in the way you want to. You've got nothing in the tank, so you just come home and you pick up your phone and then you spend the evening scrolling or just zoned out because you don't have it in the tank to hang out with your kids. And so why does it matter when you feel like you're missing it? You're not showing up in a way that you want to for your life. So now all of a sudden, instead of just having it be this sort of vague not going to get their goal. Now saying I want more energy has teeth. We know where you don't feel energized. We know exactly where you want to feel energized and why it matters to you. So then when we're talking about, hey, let's eat breakfast. Why? Because it gives us energy. Now we have a reason to do it. We understand exactly how it's going to play out, and it's motivation for, let me actually get my stuff together and put together some organization for breakfast so I can grab my protein yogurt, so I can grab my piece of fruit, so I can grab my hard-boiled eggs, whatever it is. The compelling reason to do it and the why that you're going to do it is because you actually understand where you're going. It's not mystery anymore. It's not vague. It's clear. And so one of my favorite things to do on consult calls or on calls where I'm talking to somebody who's getting started with the program, like today on these scholarship calls, is that let's get crystal clear about where you want to go. Because once you're clear, I have faith that with support, you're going to do the work because you actually know where you want to go and why. And so when we say like, I want to be healthier, I want to lose weight, it's the same thing. How do you even know you want to lose weight? Like, what does that mean? What's the last body weight that you felt happy and confident at? What were you doing differently then that you're not able to do now? And now we can get crystal clear that your weight, again, I'm just using this as an example, is causing you knee pain, your joints hurt, you don't feel good in your clothes. Every morning when you put your clothes on, they don't feel the way that they should. There's a bunch of clothes in your closet that are just hanging there because they don't fit anymore. The last time you went to your doctor, they were disappointed and they were telling you like, hey, you got to make changes, and you hated that feeling because you felt like you were back in school and you were like hoping to hide from the doctor around your weight and you couldn't. You had to get on the scale, and of course you knew they were going to talk to you about it, and they did. And so you have this like dread feeling of like, next time I go back, I cannot have it look the same. So you know that there's health consequences, and you know that like you want your clothes to fit different. You want your joints to fit different. You want to feel better in your skin. You don't want to feel so weighted down. And so now when we verbalize, okay, this is why I feel the way I do right now. Here's where I'm at. Here's what I want to feel like. I want to be able to open my closet and put on clothes that I really enjoy, that make me happy, that I feel confident in, that I'm like looking forward to wearing. I want that feeling again. I want to have the feeling of like going to my doctor and having the blood work done and saying like, he's pumped because I've made progress. I want to have that feeling of my joints don't hurt before I do anything. And if I go on vacation with my family, I'm not like the person holding up the group because my body hurts. I don't want that feeling anymore. I want to have that energy, and I know my weight is a part of that. And so I want to experience vacations and walks and hikes and bike with my kids and do all of those fun things. And I can't right now because of my weight. And I see that picture. I see that future that I want. Now it's clear. And now it's clear that you can see yourself biking with your kids and going on vacation and not holding people back and being back in that doctor's office and having him pumped about your blood work, and then putting on clothes that actually feel good and feeling confident that the weight isn't just gone for a couple weeks and that you're going to have that walk of shame where it all came back and everybody's like, what happened? I thought you lost the weight. And then you have to be like, yeah, it all came back. Instead of that, you're just the person that lost weight years and years ago and it stayed off. Become that person. So now that it's clear, you can understand why you want it, because again, you want to access life the way you really want to live it, and you feel like you're missing out because constantly you're worried about the weight. Constantly, every time you're eating with someone, you're self-conscious about your choices. Are you supposed to be dieting? Are you supposed to be enjoying treats? Like, what are you supposed to be doing? Is somebody thinking, why is she eating that? Because she's already overweight? Or why is she dieting? She's just clearly overweight. It's not working. Like, you can't win. And it's this perpetual thing in your head, and you're sick of it. And so you want it gone. When we get clear like that, then all of a sudden now, again, with support or a plan or not motivation like the feeling kind, but motivation as in like, I'm going to do something, like decision motivation. Now we're in business. Now that you're clear about what you want and why and what it's going to feel like and why it matters, all of a sudden things are going to feel more doable. You're not going to feel like you're on the back end, constantly reactive, constantly trying to catch up, constantly trying to hope that you could make it happen. You're not going to feel like that because this is going to become a priority. Does it push every other priority out of your life? No. but it becomes one of your top ones, taking care of yourself. But I can't do that for you. The only way that you get there is through answering these questions. And so if you're listening to this podcast and you and I are going to talk later on this week about doing the scholarship, being one of our 30 people that do the partial scholarship, well, then I'm going to ask you this question. So go ahead and think it through in advance. And if you're just listening and you're thinking about this stuff for yourself, I want you to answer these questions. Fast forward a year, where do you want to be? What will it feel like when you're there? What's going to be different about being there that's not where you want to be right now? What's different? And walk me through exactly how that's going to feel. Each piece of your life. And then tell me why it's meaningful. Why do you care? What if we do nothing? What if you do absolutely zippity zero nothing? You listen to this, you push delete, and you just go back to doing what you're doing. A year from now, you pick it up again and you're like, I'm in the exact same spot. Like, who cares? Why does that matter? Why does it matter to you? Once you can answer those questions, you are in business. You're unstoppable. You choose your path. You get to choose your own adventure. Do you want support and coaching? Cool. Pick that adventure. You want to do it yourself? Cool. Pick that adventure. You want to do some kind of hybrid where you do some of it on your own, but you get a little bit of plan or program or support? Cool. Do that. Do that. Pick the path that works for you, but the path doesn't matter unless you know why you want to get there and what it's going to look like. And so go for that. Go for it. And so that's my coffee talk message. We're going to keep it short and sweet. I want you to think about the answers to these questions. Shoot me a DM on Instagram. If you want to talk it through out loud, shoot me a message. Let's have that conversation. Because again, this might be the piece that you're missing and why you're not able to make progress. So continue to work hard on you, but know that the working hard needs to come with this kind of clarity in mind. You're not going to be able to achieve it the way that you want without thinking this through and really being able to visualize where you're going and why. So thanks as always for plugging into Coffee Talk. Hopefully this was a helpful episode for you. If you haven't done so, subscribe to Fit Me Coffee Talk on your favorite podcast platform. If you're not a part of our Facebook group, come on over and join Fit Me Community. Request to join the group. I will add you there. We've got some fun stuff happening. We're just wrapping up our January reset. We've got another fun game that's happening in February completely for free to help you make these long-term sustainable lifestyle changes. And I would love to have you be a part of it. So I look forward to seeing you over there. Take care. Bye.